Welcome to Quick Clips with Dr. Kilmer. Today we're talking about alcohol messaging and how powerful is it really?
I largely work with college students, and occasionally I have presented to high school students and middle school students. I have so much respect for people that work with high school students and middle school students because to me, that's a lot more intimidating than working with college students, to be honest with you. But, when we work with college students, we'll ask, what are some of the ways you've heard alcohol affects people positively in social situations? We'll also ask them, what are some of the ways alcohol affects people in not so good ways in social situations? To this day, one of the longest lists I've ever heard of how alcohol affects people positively in social situations came from a group of eighth graders. I was
Wow.
stunned. And I asked them, how do you know all this? Where do you get this information? They said everything from TV commercials to what they've seen in movies and TV shows, but they also pointed out older siblings as well as parents and guardians. And so
Mm.
I do think the opportunity when you're having a conversation, what is it that people see portrayed in movies and TV shows? Like how we help kids digest those portrayals, how we help kids digest what they see in the media. That's a role that parents, caregivers, and guardians really can play. And it might sound innocent when someone tells a story of this funny thing that happened their sophomore year. But if the takeaway is funny things happen when you drink, the kids hear that. And so I really do
Interesting.
think that, alcohol does a lot of stuff. The buzz, that's real. Motor coordination impact, that's real. Impact on reaction time, real. Decision making and judgment impairment, all of those are legitimate pharmacological effects of alcohol. So it's not all in your head, but the social or interpersonal things are. The social or interpersonal things come much, much more from our beliefs, our expectancies, where we are and who we're with, than the cup that's in our hand. And it's amazing that even though we're around this research all the time, we continue to hear even people assign like expectancy specific statements about certain types of alcohol. Like I hear people say, well, I can't drink tequila because tequila makes me do crazy stuff. There's no, in quotes, crazy ingredient in tequila. That's an expectancy. When someone says that person over there is really cute, I wish I could talk to them, but I'm shy. If I drink two more, then I can. That's an expectancy. And so I do think that as we see some of the ways in which alcohol is portrayed, the opportunity to make sense of that. If you're all watching a movie together as a family or as a group, there's the chance to talk about what some of that might be real and what parts of that might not be so real.
That's fantastic.
It really is a fascinating line of research that's really opened up some eyes about what alcohol really does do and what it doesn't do.
Thank you so much for those insights.
You're very welcome.
Okay.